as she provides power. Car solenoid, I can care less if it lights. Of course, I'm gonna have two of them running down to 3/8 wire loom. Got our electrical tied in. That's all run up to the dash.
Alright everybody, we are at the TA in Baytown. We have Amazon orders in here and we will show you what we're getting in just a moment. With Bluetooth, this is actually cool. Opened up, I have one of two packages being delivered. Right, we have package number 2, we got package number 1, we have package number 2. Gonna be awesome. Alright, and here is package number 3, because I'm looking through, like, wait a minute, that's not all of it. And here is the third package. Hopefully this does it. Let's check it out.
Buddy, we are back in the truck. We have some Amazon stuff here. Now, these are some of the things that I ordered off Amazon. I'll throw these receipts up there. We got some airline. That's a 1/4" airline. 3/8" wire loom to wrap the airline in. We have a box of push to connect fittings. We've got the straight-ons and the 90-degree elbows. And this one here, we have 2 items. We have a pneumatic air valve, Teflon tape fittings, little mufflers and all that. We got the little pneumatic air valve. And then the best of all, it's going to be fun trying to work this. We have a little pneumatic air cylinder. Let's see if I can get into it. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't go ahead and get the thingies. Much better than I thought. Yes. I have a little pneumatic air cylinder. You see it goes up, it goes down. So I got this, so this will actually, I hook in my air fittings, which it actually has, because it's got a little 1/8", so, you know, it actually comes with Teflon tape air cylinders. This is going to be absolutely cool. Push these in right here. Now this is actually going to go to the bottom of my drive axle. I'm going to have airlines coming here. Airlines will come from here. They will tie into this manifold. This manifold will tie in to my air tank, which is why I have airline. So I stopped by Fleet Pride. I measured. I pulled out an air fitting, a blank off my air tank. I got me a fittings, 90 and freaking straight brass quick disconnects that'll screw into my air tank. Here's the plan. I mount the air, that fitting on the air tank. Airline comes from the air tank, comes up into the sleeper. It'll come into this pneumatic valve. Come in the pneumatic valve here. You got 1 port coming in, 2 exhaust ports. Okay, then you've got your 2 out ports. So, with the switch turned off, this stays like this. Okay, so air will come through and it'll come through to one that actually keeps it drawn in. Okay, then when I flip the switch, it'll turn it off for that one side and it'll push air to the other side, which will extend this round. Now when it extends this is going to be tied into my leveler valve. So that'll absolutely jump up my leveler valve, push the leveler valve up, because I'm going to get a double female coupler to go on the end of this. Double female coupler. Then from there it's going to have all thread. So the all thread will come up and I will cut it to length to match the factory height of where my rod going into my leveler valve is. So I'll cut it to height. Then I'll put this in on the other end of the all thread. So put a double female coupler here. This screws into the coupler. All thread, I'll cut it to length. This screws in the other end of all thread. This will go on the leveler valve. So then when I hit the switch, this jumps up, leveler valve jumps up. So it thinks my bags are underinflated. So it'll actually raise the back end of my truck up. So by default, it's almost like a jockey truck that overinflates the airbags, so that I'll get more fall on the trailer, because it's raising the front truck up. So instead of here, now the front of my trailer is like this, so now I have more fall to the back. That is one way of doing an overinflate valve. You just got to run 2 air lines from the manifold, one for the air tank to the manifold, 2 lines from the manifold, one coming in here, one coming in there. And that's why I've got air line, I've got wire loom, and we'll run that, tie wrap that to the frame, and that'll be a beautiful thing. I can overinflate the bags, because I'm always having trouble when I get to a weigh station. No matter what trailer I use, I'm always between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds heavier on my tractor than I am on the freaking on the trailer. So if I'm coming to a weigh station, all I gotta do is flip the valve. Well, whenever they pull me, you don't want to drive like that, but when they pull you in, if they're putting you on the scale, so you see the arrow putting you on the scale, flip that switch, bam, starts raising the bags up. Now when I'm on the freaking scale, it's raised up by the time I stop on that scale. Now I've got more freaking weight on the trailer. So that'll kind of even things out. That is what my goal is with this overinflate valve. This is going to be beautiful. That's my plan, and we'll show you how it works afterwards, y'all. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, I have got the dash all taken apart, and we got me an optional switch here in the dash. So we just testing to see which one I'm going to put on. I know that's a ground. These light testers are worth all the freaking money, y'all, because you can find out, you know, what's a positive, all hot, like you can see that's lighting up red. Now you can test to see what lights up when you flip the switch. Nothing. That one does it. That one does. So we can see there that prong right there, that's going to be our trigger. So we run that to that solenoid. Now there's also another one here. I guess this, I know that's the all-time hot. There's my ground. I'm assuming this is probably going to be the lights. So when I turn the lights on. Yep. So there's my light trigger. The trigger is the light at nighttime. But actually, I don't remember it working. I think it's actually dark, so it's a bad switch. But hey, as long as she provides power, our solenoid, I can care less if it lights up at night. I'm going to turn the light on anyway in here at night, so I'll be able to see exactly what is. And as long as this red light right here is lit, let's see, I think you can see that red light. At least then I'll know, hey, look, my bags are inflated, because there's not going to be a buzzer on this. It's going to be, hey, your bags are overinflated. So I have to, and I'm always looking around at my dash anyway. So that'll let me know right there, hey, need to deflate your bags. Your bags are overinflated. When I go to leave, always make sure I hit that. So that's the next step. So now I can get a prong. I've got all kinds of butt connectors here. I'm going to run my wire through the dash, put a butt connector on here. I'll get the male end, put a male end here for this one here for my ground, and I'll run the 2 wires through my truck, through the walls, back there to the back, because that solenoid has to be, I can't put it on the outside. It has to be on the inside because it's operating temperatures are above 32 degrees. So I've got to keep it inside the truck. That way it doesn't freeze the solenoid. So anyway, y'all, we're going to get started on some more work. We'll keep you updated. Forgot to tell you, I'm full pressure on air. So I'm just going to push in the trailer brake so we can exhaust all the air, because you've got to take a plug out the air tank. So I'm just going to drain both tanks down just to be on the safe side. We're going to get both of them drained down. Well, it's time for the outside, y'all. This is a Talons mount air cylinder off Amazon. Now this is a 6mm threaded M6. So it does come with your air things. I actually wish they were 90'd. I did order some 90s thinking maybe I could fit in here, but I didn't realize they were this freaking small. This is like way too small. I think it's like 1/8 of an inch. So this is too small for the air fittings I have to try to 90. Oh, because I was going to have the air fittings 90 so they go straight up. Now I'm going to have them kind of loop out and they come up. So it is what it is, but they do come with Teflon tape. So we'll Teflon tape these. Then I've got my airline and my wire loom. So I'm actually going to go ahead and hook up the airline on both of them, run them, and then put them in the wire loom. Of course, I'm going to have 2 of them running down the 3/8 wire loom. Have them running down, see if we can get it on down, run it around the frame, run it up to the sleeper. I'm going to go ahead and have that, and then I'll cut the length where I need, and then we'll go from there, from the valve, and worry about going to the air tank. But we'll get this done first. Try to crawl underneath the truck before it gets too dark. The sun's going down here. And we'll be back. All right, well, the first thing we need 2 1/2-inch wrenches, because here's the factory leveler bar. We've got to pull this factory leveler bar off and get something to the same height. So I need to take this bad boy here. Which way is righty tighty? That's tighty, man. Go the other way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There we go. All right, now we got the factory leveling bar off. So what we're gonna do is put all the hardware back on it. That way, when push comes to shove, if anything ever happens, this is gonna stay in the truck so it can go back on. And, okay, so as y'all can see right here, let's put this light up here so you can see good. If you look at the factory height is really close. Now I'm gonna have all thread. Now granted, this one here I've got a new all thread order from Amazon, because I can't pull this down any further because this is 1/4 inch and I need an M6, so I got M6 coming tomorrow. So once that comes, I can actually thread the double nut down, and I can thread this down further. Then it'll be at the exact same freaking height as the factory one. So now with this, we're gonna take and I actually have a thing here to try to keep it. I got like a washer here to try to keep it at a height, or you know, at a little different distance. So we'll put this up. So run through here. So this washer kind of keeps it off. That's going to push that. there to the height. So that's going to work out great. So now we put our washers. We'll lower that. Got our washers on here. We've got our lock nut here. Nylock nut, excuse me. Nylock nut. Okie dokie. That goes there. Nope. This one goes here. This one goes here. We'll tighten this up with this Nylock nut. Okay. Raise this up. Got our air lines here. See, and it's just got a little bit of play in it with that rubber bushing right there. Now is what I'm going to do. Take it out of here. We got to remove these freaking pins. And I probably should have brought something to do that. I'm going to remove this pin off this one side, and then I'll set it on there, and then I'll be right back. All right, everybody, we have our valve here. We've got a rubber grommet run through there. Here's the input air line. Here are the two output air lines. We've got our mufflers for exhaust ports. So when it pushes air, this one that actually extends the rod, it exhausts air out. And then when this one pushes the rod back in, it exhausts air out the other one. Those are our exhaust ports. Got our electrical tied in. That's all run up to the dash. We'll go up underneath. I'll try to tie into the air tank and then get it all set up. Pressurize the truck. Try the air and see how it is, because I had to exhaust it all, so I can put it in the air tank. And then I'll clean all this up and then find some way to mount this up here on the wall like that. I guess right there. Can run 2 screws in that, put that right up there on the wall, and then we will be good to go, y'all. Man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. All right, we got our Allen wrench. I'm gonna take this plug out, and I always keep the plugs. That way, if you ever go to pull it out, you don't need the air fitting in, and you've got the plug to put back in. Our air fitting in, now we need to come back and get our air line. I got some zip ties. I've already got the air line already set up. It's in wire loom already. Alright, now we got here, and I actually gave extra airline just to make sure. Oh, where is my airline at? There she is. Where's my quarters? There they are. Okay, we're going to trim off this little excess wire loom. Now we're going to wrap up the excess I have here. Cut off the ends of all these straps. right. And throw all my stuff back outside. Actually, these go on that side of the truck. My Allen wrenches go back on that side of the truck. My sockets go on that side of the truck. And along with that plug. And now we'll go out here, we're gonna freaking fire the truck up, let it build up air pressure and test it and see how she works, y'all. Stay tuned.
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just